I was in New Zealand at the time looking for a job over in Australia. I knew I wanted to move to Melbourne, and I was looking for jobs in financial services, jobs at banks, jobs in companies that offered anything, stock picking, and I came across Empower Wealth. A few friends of mine work in banks and I had an oversight on what they did. And when I was doing my research for the company, I actually watched a lot of client testimonial videos, people talking about the growth that they have, the portfolio that they're building, the retirement age that's being moved backwards rather than pushed into the future. And I thought, here's a company that's working to do something for real people, not just trying to turn $1 into $2. And that resonated with me. So I had the client approach and I also got the opportunity to learn about finance. In my interview, when I sat down and got to talk about the job, it was just reiterated by Ben Magnus, who heads the mortgage broking division here, and he said, yeah, you'll be working with real people, you'll be getting that financial knowledge, and you'll be able to progress through your career. And so here I am a year down the track, happier than ever, and I've seen the progression. I'm far more knowledgeable than when I came in, and I've been able to help already a couple hundred clients achieve their financial goals.
Well, I've always had a thing for numbers and an interest in property, and it was fundamentally the ethics of the company. I'd worked for some other advisory firms, you could call it, in the past, and I wasn't able to be as objective as I am here.
I chose to work at Empower Wealth as I wanted to pursue my passion. Empower Wealth is a market leader in the property space, and I really admired its business model, very integrated, holistic approach where clients can come to us as a one-stop shop for all of their property investment needs. One of the other reasons was its borderless model. So different clients have different yield targets, different budgets, growth requirements, and different markets within Australia would be more suitable for them. And I feel like that's one of the distinguishing factors that Empower Wealth has compared to some of the other buyers agency companies.
I really like the fact that we have more than one team. So we might have somebody going to get property advice on the general scale. This is what you have to buy then. And then we have the BA team who come in and tell you, this is exactly what you need to buy. This is an opportunity. Likewise, we have the finance team who come in and they say, yep, we can service this loan for you. We can make it happen, sort of the cog of the wheel. And the differences in other companies, I've felt more like each division is separated. Each division is doing their own thing. You just focus on your lane, you contribute in your part of the business and don't worry about what they do. Here it's the complete opposite. Here, worry about what everyone else does because it all affects each other. And in fact, we don't want you to just be knowledgeable about how to write a loan, how to get somebody the best rate on their mortgage. We want you to know, how is the buyer's agency team who's hunting for the best property going to be impacted by the loan that you can get? And how does that fit into their plan? And how does the defense strategy their financial planning setting up? You're just constantly being educated on every aspect of the business. And that's hugely valuable. And it differs, it's worlds apart from where I've been previously, where they'll just tell you, look, do what you've been told to do here, clock out at 5, and don't worry about what everybody else is doing.
Quantitative instead of qualitative, so it was just numbers. It was just whatever that person's maximum capacity was, that's what they did. There was no question of whether they should. So more of my conversations nowadays are around, look, this is what you can do, but that's not what you should do. It's if their kids are coming or if there's a home upgrade, then we can tailor that next step to address those needs rather than to compete with it.
I feel really privileged and really lucky to be working somewhere like Empower Wealth. I guess, coming from a different type of background, I didn't really realise how good we really have it. Not only do I love my colleagues, our colleagues are great, but also from the management as well. A lot of companies that you work at, you don't really feel that level of support and care from them. And that really does filter down even to the bottom level. To sum it up, it's a place where we practice what we preach. Clients come first, you feel that every day. They really invest time and effort and energy into their people to make sure that we're well supported, we're nurtured, and we can bring our absolute best selves to the table every day. That in turn, the client will ultimately benefit from that as well.
Tell you what, the crazy thing about it is that you don't notice it until you stop and think about it. And that's the good thing. When you're cogging the wheel, you notice it every day. You come in and you leave and you feel flat. And coming in now, I feel like I'm Sam Franisovic. I'm not just a guy from the settlement team. And to answer your question in a strange way, you don't feel it. You actually are living your life. You're working and you're doing something meaningful. Whereas I feel like in the opposite way, you come out and you're flat. So you're energized. Being part of the business more than just being a cog in the wheel is energizing, but it feels very natural and it actually elevates your life.
Well, we've always said client first, and that's what we live by. Being able to tell them exactly what they need to be able to do, again, that's the integrity part of it that's really important to me in particular. That's a value that I have a very strong connection to, and I'm proud of being able to work for Empower Wealth. You know, I'm proud to be able to say we are the best at what we do. We have the best simulator, we have the best tech, we have the best people.
First thing that would come to mind is, do you enjoy helping people? Because if the answer is yes, whether you're interested in finance, whether you're interested in property, is almost secondary.
I'd say absolutely. I have 3 clients in this room who are now employees, and friends as well who have come into the business because they've seen an opportunity there to join a good crew, a good business that's doing good work. But to me, it's the case of you can go and get a job or work somewhere, but you can go and get somewhere that has some meaning too. And I think we all search for that vocation. So for me, it's just it's an absolute no-brainer that if you're in this industry, this is a place you'd want to be.